Hi everyone, it's Agnieszka from 5 Minute Language. Welcome to my channel. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already and give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Also, let me know in the comments below why you're learning Polish. I always find it fascinating to hear people's stories about why they're learning Polish because it's such a kind of niche language to learn, I suppose. So I'll be really interested to know why you are learning Polish. So let's get this video started. This video is about how to say "how are you" in Polish, and I decided to make it because there's quite a few misconceptions about how to say it, and a lot of people believe it's something that it's actually not. So let's start with that. Many people think that Polish people, when they want to say "how are you," they say "jak się masz," which kind of technically makes sense. That's what it means. Jak się masz means how are you? And this phrase was actually popularized, I think, by Borat, which was, if you're not aware, a character from a film. Even though he wasn't actually from Poland and he wasn't speaking Polish, for some reason he was using that phrase. And many people think that this is how you say how are you in Polish. I've come across that kind of belief quite a few times. But Polish people don't actually say it. Even though, like I said, it's technically correct, it sounds very old-fashioned and it sounds quite unnatural. A better way to say how are you is to say co słychać, co słychać. And that's probably the phrase that you will hear the most when you're speaking to Polish native speakers. Co słychać. And that basically means what's up, what's going on in your life. How are you? How are you doing? This phrase actually can be translated into English in many different ways, just because in English there are lots of different phrases you can use to ask people how they're doing, how they are, as a kind of conversation starter. In Polish, there aren't really as many phrases. Co słychać is pretty much the main one that people will be using. And that's because Polish people, when they say hello to each other, they tend to just move straight into the conversation. So they kind of start the conversation straight away without the kind of how do you do, how are you kind of bit that you're used to when you're speaking English. So co słychać is sufficient. Jak się masz is a bit old-fashioned and unnatural. You can also say jak się czujesz, but jak się czujesz actually implies that you're asking somebody how they're feeling. So you would probably only say that if you knew that somebody was having health issues or if they weren't feeling great last time you spoke to them. So you would ask, jak się czujesz? How are you feeling? It's not something that you would necessarily use just as a kind of an element of small talk when you're having a chat with somebody. So jak się czujesz should probably be reserved for talking about how somebody is actually feeling, how they are in themselves. Okay, finally, there is a phrase in Polish which is shema, and it's a way to say what's up, hello, how are you, and it's quite an informal one. It's something that to me sounds a little bit cringy. I personally wouldn't use it, maybe because I'm not cool enough to use it. Some people will use it and it sounds completely natural. So I think it just depends who you are. Shema is basically kind of like an abbreviation of jak się masz, and it does sound natural, it sounds native, but like I said, it's very informal and it's very kind of almost like slang. There's another version of that, which is shimanko, and again, I personally wouldn't use it, but some people use it and it sounds perfectly fine when they say it. It's again very informal. It's kind of like a slang word, shimanko. So just remember, the best one, your best bet when speaking Polish is probably to say co słychać, which just means what's up, how are you doing? So I hope you found this video useful. Don't forget to let me know in the comments why you're learning Polish and like this video as well. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Bye!